so glad when I don't forget to do that. How are you guys? Doing good?
Good.
Good. So this call, you guys, is going to be a little different than normal because we're going to have a little activity. And I hope that this will also kind of be, I don't know if you watched the video earlier I posted, but I want it to be kind of a group thing here and not me just laughing in my mouth like I always do. So feel free to jump in at any time. So, I mean, I usually just steal all your ideas anyway. So. Okay, so if you have that Wix shout out app, that would be great if you could look at it. But I think it's such a good, this is all such a good reminder. And I feel like, I mean, even myself, I'm always saying this. And then I'm thinking, am I doing this though? I'm always like talking about it and this and that. I'm like, but am I really portraying this? So I think tonight's call will be amazing. It's just going to kind of push us outside or force us to do something that maybe we think we're doing, but we can do better. So it's all about creating content, telling your story. And I know you hear this all the time, and I always say this, but you are the brand. We are the reason. It's not the stock photo of, you know, somebody wearing a light and tight, whatever. It is you in it, and it's you being real, and it's that person connecting with you. And ultimately, they're connecting with you from your story. So I do think, Ellie, are you taking a picture right now? Are you focusing? Yeah, you. No, I'm kidding. So I think this is important, and I think we can all do better at it, I guess is what I'm saying. So I put a little quote on here: in a sea of a million stories, a great one is going to make you react. So that is something with all this too. What is the point of all this? You want just recognition for it? You want people to look at it? No. You want to have someone react to your story and ultimately do something. So we want to have a call to action with this as well. So I put a few points. I went through and I read a bunch of all these different articles, and people were like, you know, saying different ways, best ways to tell your story and this and that. So I picked out my favorite ones, the ones that I found to be most pertinent and important to us. So obviously, and I'll just read through these fast, but obviously your personality, you've got to stand. I mean, we're going to only have more and more ZYIA reps. We're going to have more and more people that are selling something, not just ZYIA, but selling something or promoting the active lifestyle. So having your personality infused in all of it, not just an overall look and feel of your pictures, but your personality is going to be key, because again, this is about you. This is you. They're connecting with you. So whatever you do, even if it's a stock photo you post, in your words you write, write it how you would talk. It doesn't even have to be sometimes grammatically correct, which does, by the way, kill me. But it doesn't have to be. It needs to sound like you. I mean, mine are so obnoxious. I'm like, you guys, I'm dying. This is everything. But that is how I kind of talk. And so that is how you write. You want that to come through with your posts. And show some behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, I love seeing people's behind the scenes, especially people you follow that are in like this little box all the time, whatever you're in. And I am always snooping around backgrounds. I'm like, well, what does it look like back there? And I think we all kind of do it. So when you take a picture and like, here it is, like, here's what it actually looks like, or you turn that camera around, and this is not something I'm good at. I should really turn it around in the midst of madness in my house to really show what it looks like. But people love that. People love that, and it keeps it real. And again, every time that you are a real person, it is so much easier for them to connect with you. Keep it current. I mean, yes, we can post pictures if you've done a shoot or whatever from a while ago, but have it current. If you're doing it, I think, where were we? It's Summit. Someone was like, if you just post on Wednesdays, like, it doesn't feel very like current. Post your you've got to keep it current. What is happening in your day? I mean, that's kind of the point of Instagram, right? Especially with stories, you have to choose something that happened within the last 24 hours. So keep it current. Know which products are in stock. That's always a good way, guys. I've done that. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm really glad I posted that. That's like been gone for a month. Vulnerability. This is huge. And I think we all, and myself included, can get, in this mode. We always have to look like, oh, our life is just perfect, and it's another perfect day with my perfect kids. And nobody wants that. It's the reason they watch live videos, you guys. They want to see real life. Be vulnerable. open up to that. You can post that you've had a terrible day because guess what? Probably going to be a lot of other people that might have had a terrible day, or you're, just sent your child off to kindergarten and then you're crying in your car. You can share that. You don't have to, but chances are that somebody is going to relate with that and connect in a whole different way than that stock photo of some perfect person in a pair of light tights. So get creative with it. And I'm going to touch more on that. It's going to be our little assignment tonight, but get creative. Always. And don't be afraid to borrow and improve, which we always do here, but find some. It doesn't have to be ZYIA, but people have amazing ideas. Hold on. I'm missing, unless you, oh yes, Ellie, that's fantastic. We're waiting for that behind the scenes. Oh, that's great. Team. So this is a big one. This goes totally. I can't even talk now. I don't even know how to respond to that. Your team is a big part of this. It's the whole idea of your tribe, and people want to be a part of something. And when you are sharing pictures of your ZYIA tribe, your ZYIA crew, your people, I think it's effective. I think it's something that people see. They relate to it. Everyone wants to be part of something. So I like the idea of sharing pictures and content with you and your team. We're all business partners. We're all friends. We're doing this together. We're growing this business together. So I love that. Blasts from the past was another one. I like something kind of I don't know. Do people still do Throwback Thursdays? Does that go away? Am I dating myself? But some fun things that aren't just your daily every day. Something kind of you can pull up something from your past. Interacting, oh my gosh, just do that. That's super, super important. When you post on that, when you make that post, just kind of be present for a little bit, because as people are going to comment a lot in the beginning, and the more you comment back, and like it and whatever, ask questions. I love doing posts that you ask questions because people are going to engage. But the more interaction you get, the more visibility your post is going to get. And that goes for Instagram and Facebook. So interact with people. So that's going to take me, I know I'm talking really fast and a lot, and I promise. Does anyone have any questions about any of that stuff that I just said?
No, but I love these. This is awesome.
Good.
I love this clear, concise list, because sometimes I feel like I just run out of different ideas, and this is kind of spurring some things. So
I'm so glad, Blair, because I do too. I'm like, we all, and sometimes it's easy. This stuff takes time, it does. And I think we can all, I do it. I'm like, well, it's got to screenshot something from the corporate site, get something out, which isn't bad. I just make sure you're doing it every day. Like post something, but intertwine those beautiful stock photos with you. And that's going to be kind of at the root of what we're going to do tonight. And it's not going to you're not going to, maybe you will do it tonight, but this is something I hope that you can spend the next week on kind of creating. So Ellie sent this to me again. It's totally not my idea. Ellie had followed her, and then I started following her. But this person, I put her Instagram name up there so you guys can see her. She's a Beachbody coach. But she does this thing that it's so beautiful and it's so well done. She posts this to her story, and I'm hoping for our little homework or our activity tonight is that we can all make these slides, and they're all going to be different, you guys. They're going to be way different. Some of you have just joined and you're not going to have your ZYIA story yet. That is okay. But I guarantee you have a story. What is your story to get here? And then how beautiful will be your last slide is like, and now you've watched me launch my own activewear business. Anything, something, there's so many avenues, and maybe you only have a few slides you want to share. That is okay. This is something we can build upon. This is something that will probably change over time. The point is, I want you guys to make some and get this kind of going, because I think it's really, really powerful. So I'll kind of walk you through it and read it across. But she says, in the last 4 years, you've watched me lose 75 pounds. You've watched me expand our family that had a baby. You've watched me create Fearlessly Fit. So she started her own brand or business. You've watched me quit my job. You've watched me build a team of boss babes. And if you don't have a team, that's fine. You just mention your team, your tribe. and put a picture, whatever, something you're doing with your tribe. Doesn't have to be like, we're all on a team here. It doesn't have to be people you personally signed. It's a team thing. You've watched me work wherever I want. I love that one. We can all do that one. You've watched me travel the world. And again, maybe some of you haven't. Hopefully you're going to be on all the ZYIA trips coming up this year. You've watched me get more time with my kids. I love this one. And talk about like an emotional connection with people. We all have, I mean, for those of you who are moms, we all have that mom guilt, right? That is like a daily thing. We all have it. Are we spending enough time? I mean, I feel guilty right now doing this. I love you. But that's a huge thing. And you know, connecting with people on that level, like the fact that we get to do this from our own home, oh my gosh, or we get to do it. I'm doing calls that in the dugout when they go out on the field, and everyone makes fun of me. They're like, "You slinging leggings in there again?" And I'm like, texting, like, yeah, actually I am. Hold on, the catcher's like doesn't have anything on. I'm like, one second, just run into business here too. But the fact that we can do that. Oh my gosh, like how lucky are we that we get to do that? So sorry, totally got caught up in that slide, but I think that's a beautiful slide. And we're all doing that to ultimate, I hope that's like, I mean, that's a big part of it. And so to have that extra time with our family, you know, maybe you touch on the financial freedom that you're going to get, that you have gotten or are going to get with ZYIA, to spend more time or go on trips or whatever you want. I think it's super powerful. And then she follows it up. So she said, I am hosting a one-day sneak peek where you will learn what we do, how we earn income, trainings we offer. And then the next slide, this opportunity changed my life. I'm having major scroll problems. I'm sorry. Okay. So I want to share it with you and then swipe up to join. I don't have to swipe up to join. I don't think a lot of us do. You have to have like a lot of followers. But some sort of, the important part to remember on that last slide is a call to action. So maybe you're not swiping up, but you can do a poll. You know, you want more information. And what I'm going to do, you guys, so next Monday, I haven't even posted this yet, but going along with this whole kind of project we're doing, I'm going to set up a Discover ZYIA call. Shoot, I don't know where my calendar is. Wait, oh, I have it on my computer here. My little paper calendar. Yeah, one of those. What's the date? It says, oh, good, Blair. I'm glad you are too. So it would be the 7th. Tomorrow will be our company-wide call. So it will be the following Monday on the 15th. Let's do a Discover ZYIA call on that day. We'll do it at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that if you guys don't want to do a poll, or I don't know, if you're having trouble finding a call to action, we'll have that Discover ZYIA call set up so you guys can have like a link to that. And then we'll just do a big call. We'll be short and sweet. I don't do anything past half an hour. And, you know, we'll just kind of share. We can all hop on or whatever you guys want to do. I'll just kind of share, usually share just the opportunity and what ZYIA is and how it's changed our lives and whatever else. But we'll just do a short call for people to ask questions, for us to tell a little bit about the company. And it will be, I think, a good call to action, especially if you don't know what to put on that last slide. So questions, you guys. Do you have any questions?
Hey, Chrissy, can you hear me?
Yeah, there's an echo though. But yeah, I can hear you.
I wonder why. Hey, I was wondering if you guys, any of you guys have, or what your strategy is as far as responses to questions on your pages. You know, like I often do, you know, on my posts, I'll post something and then with a question and truly like maybe one person a week. So I'm just trying, and I'm new and I, you know, like I get it, but I was just trying to be a little more proactive about the interaction.
Yeah. Do you like when you ask a question on social media, like give an example of what kind of question you answer that you feel like no one's responding to?
Oh, just simple, like, hey, it's Friday. What you guys all doing this weekend? Or I'm going to do this, clean out the garage, like, you know, or interact or like put a photo, you know, of the weekend. And I just don't get it. I've done a few different things like, oh, what kind of workout are you doing today? Or because I do workouts, right?
Have you tagged people when you do that? But sometimes I'll do that too. I'm like, no, nobody responds at all. But sometimes, and use us too, Jen. Like I have straight up, I'll be like, Ellie, I just posted something and I have crickets, nothing. It's gonna get no views. Like, can you go on there? And one of us will go on and be like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this weekend. So you can use us too. But or you can use tag us. You could be like, tag me and be like, what are you doing? And then I'll get up on and respond. And then that's going to get more visibility. Sometimes that helps. They just need to see like one or two people that start the ball rolling. And then that'll help with it. Do you guys have anything to add to that? Blair, Ellie?
Well, I don't have a big social media following, but Jennifer, I run into the same thing. But I would say you can use your stories as a way to ask questions, because you can put those questions out there, and if nobody responds, you can make up your own responses and post them. Like, I asked questions before on my stories and nobody's responding. I'm like, I'm just going to type out my own darn answers and post them, and it makes it look like people are super interactive. So cheat a little bit. Nobody notices. But I feel better about doing that than like if I just post a question and nobody responds. I'm like, oh, well, it's like crickets over here. So use your stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
well,
good
but
advice.
you can always tag me, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I think in those stories, they're really, I feel like it's really shifted over to those little, are you guys using stories? I don't know how to explain it.
Like a poll, like this or that, but never give them an option to like say no. Just give, make it fun.
More info or not right now? Never know. Right?
Yes with like 3 exclamation points, or just yes with like 2 exclamation
points? Yeah. Love it. And I think too with these, going back to like the boards too, I love the fact that we can create these, you guys, and use I know there's a few different things. I use Canva. They actually have the templates all ready to go. I'll type it in here for people that don't. Oh, good. Thank you, Ellie. Oh, okay. You added Canva. I won't do it. I use Canva, and it's so easy. And there's templates already made for the stories, and you can pop your pictures in there, change the wording, and you're good to go. But the point is that once you have these, you have them. Like you're good. And I think this girl, Ellie, doesn't she post it like every week or something? Like she keeps cycling out these.
Yeah, she does it like, honestly, I think every other day on it. I see it all the time. And I see a lot of like other Beachbody coaches do it. But I just think it's cool because on a week-to-week basis, when you're thinking about sharing your story or recruiting or sharing this opportunity, it alleviates that stress of like, oh, I got to think of something. Like they're already made. Like you can just consistently run this stuff over and over and over again in between I'm getting a lot of electronics thrown at me, in between all the other stuff you're posting. But I think it adds like a layer of consistency into your business when you can, as often as you can, if you can create stuff that you can recycle and reuse, do it. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Now, are you guys talking about Canva itself, or what do you mean by recycling? I must have not heard what you guys.
You can use them over and over. So once you create them, you just have them on your phone, and then you just recycle those babies. You can post them the next week or every time you need to like add something to your stories.
Because does the story? I thought that when I go into my stories, I can see them all. Can everybody else? All the time?
Your story, yeah, it goes away after 24 hours on Instagram.
No, I see it. If you go like into the tab of stories, because I've wondered that, and I can see them from day one, like the first day I ever posted.
You can see like the archived ones, I think, but I don't think you can. They're not showing constantly.
Copy. Okay. Well, thanks, lady.
Like an archive, like I think it's like archived, or I think that's what they call it, and you can go in and see that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Mine just go away. I don't know. Maybe I don't archive them.
They do go away after 24 hours, but there's something that you can click on to see all of them from like the past. I can't remember what
I have Instagram. Here it is. And you guys, so these little bubbles down here, if you don't know how to make those, which I didn't. I think I learned from Ellie. You can actually, anytime you post a story, down at the bottom, you can actually hit, what is it, highlight? Is that what it is? You can add it to these little featured spots down there. So you can actually, once you've, like when I create these boards, I'm going to make sure I have a little spot to keep it there, like your story, my story would be perfect, or something like that. And you can add it there so it's always there. Then it will always be there, Jen, if you add it to one of these the little bubbles down there, one of your featured.
I think I did that not realizing what I did.
That's okay. You can always edit them. You can delete them. You can add new ones. So nothing's like final.
Okay.
I think this comes it's a good time for anybody to do these because I think I hear it over and over is recruiting. Growing your team is such a huge, it's a vital part of this business. It's also a really hard part of the business when you feel like you maybe don't have the tools or you don't have the knowledge or, you know, whatever it is, it can be really hard. And you can get in these things where you're doing the same thing over and over and you don't feel like anything's working. And I think if we all pull back, no matter where you are in this business, and zero in on you, zero in on making that connection with people you don't know and people you know. I mean, people are going to see this. And when you are telling the emotional side of your journey, maybe it's with your business, maybe it's not, maybe it's leading up to this, like I said, but when you're able to be vulnerable and show that, you guys, this is so much more than selling activewear. This is so much more than selling bras and latent tights. This is a culture. This is a lifestyle. And your business is all wrapped into that. So when you can get that and put it out there to the world, it is so powerful. People want to be a part of it. They want to know more about it. They want to know, well, how are you doing this? How are you working from the beach? How are you, getting more time with your kids? How are you traveling? What is this? Like, put some intrigue into it. Put some real life stuff into it. And I think it'll be a really powerful tool for us for recruiting and sharing this opportunity with people. You guys have questions?
Chrissy, do you care if we share this with our team too?
Not at all. Go for it. Anything I give to you guys, like there are a lot of amazing, huge leaders on this team, and everything I do, like my hope is that you guys take this and go take it to your teams, share it, do whatever you want with it. And yeah, totally take this, use it however you'd like.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. And then for us, you guys, I'm hoping, like I said, for the next week. So next Sunday, your boards will be due by Sunday next week. But spend some time on it and then let's post them to the number one's page. And if you're not, you can feel free, message me. I know there's a few people on here that are not on our page. That's fine. You can message me, text them to me, whatever you want. But that will give us a week to work on it. And then we'll follow it up. I will make sure everybody has the Discover ZYIA call. And so if you want to tie that in with your call to action when you post these, I think that's a great idea too. And then, just really focus on that call to action, whatever you choose to do. Make sure there is one. So they're just not like, oh, that's great. Congratulations. No, what now? Make sure there's something there. And I think it's really cool because, like I said, everyone's story is going to be different. Everyone's story is going to be unique. There isn't a right or wrong way to do it. You may take this a whole different direction. You go for it. This is like an example, but you might find something that's way more powerful in your life, something you want to get out there and go for it. There's no right or wrong way. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys. I just want to end by really just reminding again that you are the reason someone's going to make that purchase, or want to learn more about the business opportunity. And I encourage you and challenge you, push yourself outside of that comfort zone, because it can be a little uncomfortable, but I always say, I'm like, their magic happens when you step outside of that comfort zone. I really believe in that. So.
Hey, Chrissy.
Yes.
Can I tell you guys an awesome story today?
Yes.
Real quick. I'm in South Dakota, so you can all praise that you're not here. Trust me. And I I went to a bar with my family, the other family, and okay, so you guys kind of halfway know me. I walked up to this chick who had all activewear on, and I was like, "Hi, my name's Jennifer." Totally like super like, "Yay, I'm so excited! It was a blessing. You came up to me. My husband is a gym owner. Blah blah blah." So you never know. Like, holy cow! And we're in South Dakota, guys.
I love it. There's no shortage. There is like so many opportunities, no matter where you live.
Ooh, I want to share one cool story too about recruiting.
Please.
If you do not, Blair said this, or I don't know who said this. I think it was Blair. Somebody said something about like sharing information and how even if you don't get like feedback on it right away, it doesn't mean like people aren't watching or paying attention. Like you're building like the brand and all that stuff around yourself. Yesterday, this lady sends me a DM and she goes, "Hey, Ellie, you messaged me a year ago about joining ZYIA and I'm ready now." A year ago. 1 year ago, I messaged her and she's been watching me ever since, and she just finally joined. So like if you don't think people are like paying attention to your stories,
We'll see it.
they'll still join you 12 months from now.
Yeah.
That happened to you, Chrissy, huh?
That did. 1 year
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah. Like, that's fantastic. Yes. And it is. Some people, they'll need to, and I feel like this is important to know, especially if you're just starting off too, because I think we can come into it and you're like, oh, I'm going to go. I'm going to hit the ground running. We're going to build this team. And that's fantastic. That's the best like thing you could do. However, a lot of times it takes a while as you build your social media, as you're posting every single day. All of a sudden, you've established yourself a little bit. People are watching. People are seeing those posts. And a lot of people, they're not going to see, the first time they see your post, they're like, "Oh, Jen, actually, I'd like to join ZYIA." It can happen, but it's not likely. They're going to watch those posts for months, it could be weeks, months, a year, but they're watching them and they're seeing them. And all of a sudden, when the time is right for them in their life, guess what? They're going to come back to you and be like, "Hey, can you tell me a little bit more?" And it happens. It happens all the time. I think that's incredible. I love that, Ellie. It's such a good reminder. It takes a little bit, but keep posting. That's the number one thing, consistency. And that whole list, you guys, I tried to bold it and italicize it, like consistency over anything else. Just keep posting and put stuff in your stories. And I love you can see who sees them on your stories. Don't you guys love that?
No, where do you see this? Sorry, I have to know.
When you post your story in the lower left, it'll give you like a little eyeball and it will say how many people have seen it. And then you click on that little eyeball and it gives you the whole list. It's like, oh, you clicked on that. You wanted to see that. I knew it. It's good.
Awesome. That's good to know. Thank you so much, Chrissy.
Absolutely. Anybody else have any questions, amazing stories to share? Anything?
How great is that hoodie?
So good. It's so good, you guys. I totally went on my business page today, and I think I had met with some reps. They came over to the house and we were talking about it, and we were talking about how to deal with, inventory when something sells out. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I went on here today and I was like, well, if you're extra large or large, this is for you. Everybody else, sorry. But it's true. I'm like, you missed out, and that is okay, because guess what? They're going to tune in the next lunch. They're not going to miss the next boyfriend sweater. We're not messing around when we say things are going to sell out here. Like, look at it. Sorry. But I still promote it. Even when things, I've gone to post things, usually I can get them, to Facebook, but Instagram, there's sometimes I'm like, well, little late to the party, this lunch today. Sorry, it's sold out. But I still think it's good advertising. It's still good. Like, here's what we came out with that you can't get it. I'm so sorry. But stay tuned for more things like this, or message me. I can try to find you one, but don't not promote something, especially on launch days. If we sold out or it's very low, we only have a few sizes, still promote it. Just whoever's that lucky one with the remaining size is going to get it. But anyways, anything else, you guys? Thanks for being here on your Sunday. All right. Well, oh, wait. Oh, that's, I'm reading. Okay. You have YouTube video. Okay, perfect. I know I watched your YouTube video on this too. All right, you guys, enjoy your nights. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you all soon. And I'll post the Discover ZYIA, but plan for Monday, next Monday, at 6 o'clock. And then our team. Do you guys know what time is our company-wide call tomorrow?
I think it's 7:30 Mountain Time.
Okay, 7:30 Mountain Time,
Yeah.
6:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'll post that in our group too. But as you finish them, I know I'm gonna go write it down in my little planner when I can find it. Hope I can find it. Nobody's getting anything anytime. But I'll post those so we have all the links. And then as you guys finish your boards, post them to the page. And we can all look at them, see how amazing they are.
And you said ZYIA Gal number ones?
Yes, this is just for our number ones page. So, and then if people are on here that aren't on our number ones, just you can message them to me or text me or whatever you want. So, all right, you guys, enjoy your nights. Bye-bye.